Hello, everyone, and welcome to Best of Six. Joining me, as
Honestly,
always.
What gives Benjamin Franklin the right?
Yeah, that's true. Joining me, as always, is Dan, Jake, Julian, Larone, and Mitch. Our number 6 is missing today, but that's just how it is here in the chicken coop. So,
Rip Soldier Boy.
who?
R6. Never mind.
So, speaking of our number 6, this would be a good topic for him, but random Nintendo characters appear in the Mixer banner on Xbox One dashboard.
It's happening.
Yeah, and it was all female Nintendo characters: Isabelle, Princess Peach, Lucina, and Inkling.
Because of Women's History Month.
It might have been because of International Women's Day, which was on the.
Aren't they all in a game at the same time?
Yeah, Smash. It's crazy.
They are all in the game at the same time, and from this, it looks like they are using the Smash splash art.
They are.
Oh.
So, that's probably no coincidence.
Before that, a
Isabelle?
Twitter user spotted Marina from Splatoon 2 on the dashboard too.
Yeah, so that's
I don't believe this. I don't know. Like, do you guys believe this? Like, I don't know.
This would be a silly thing to fake. I mean, I guess it could be, but I thought Mauricio had said something about seeing that too, but maybe I'm crazy.
I feel like if this was fake, Nintendo would have already banned Smash from Evo.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's accurate. I'm sure that's what would have happened.
He saw Super Mario Odyssey in on the dashboard. I forgot where. Mauricio.
See, that I found no evidence of. I think Mauricio was a liar. I Googled that, and I couldn't find anyone talking about that. So I don't know. Mauricio might be a bloody liar.
Well, he's not here to defend himself, so that's what I say.
A bloody liar?
Bloody liar.
So what could this mean? Are we getting a Microsoft character and Smash for DLC? Are we getting Banjo? Are we getting Master Chief?
Getting
Conquer?
a Western character.
It's Dark Samus is in.
That's outsource is not the same.
Yeah.
It's a Western character.
Let's open up Julian's.
They're Pac-Man. Oh wait, is that even Western?
What? It's Japanese.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess it is. That's
They're all Japanese besides Dark Samus.
That's interesting. Not my game. Made in America only. Speaking of games, Twitch competitor Stream.me is
Don't do that.
gone after threats against owners' kids.
People are just awful.
Yeah. That sucks.
Also, before we get into this, Rico Snow said he had pics of Mauricio, Super Mario Odyssey, on his dashboard.
I thought you were talking about this guy from the streaming site. What? Does he know us?
No,
Well, if anyone can dig up those pics, I can show them on stream.
I'd be able to pick him up. And Steve says we need more waifus. Waifus, waifu.
For Women's Day.
Uh-huh. I'll go ahead and ignore that comment.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, Mitch, do you know what's going on with the Stream.me thing?
Wow. Can
Not
you
really.
imagine ignoring your number one big contributor?
True.
I sent you all the information I had, which was the title of that article.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done my work.
Yeah, I'd never heard of Stream.me, so I don't know anything about it.
I've heard of it.
But I guess there's a board on 8chan, which and 8chan coming up again.
8chan's coming, yeah.
Can we have H?
That doxed the owners of Stream.me, on the cow board, which is full of edgelords and neo-Nazis and communists, according to this article.
Lords, neo-Nazis, and communists.
I haven't
I would
known
prefer
I haven't
that.
known those three groups to really hang
They're
around a
all
lot,
fought
but
in a dwarf.
Edgelords and communists hang out a lot, and edgelords and neo Nazis hang out a lot. So
They're probably just internet trolls.
I don't see the neo Nazis and the communists getting along super well, though.
yeah, but apparently these guys they doxed their family and they made calls to their house saying we know where your kids go to school, we know where they live.
That's fucked up.
That's pretty
That
that's
sounds
that's,
like 8chan.
that's pretty
That is
bad.
that is not esport.
No.
The owner's wives also the owner's wives. The owner. Oh, there's multiple
Yeah,
male
there's
owners. They each have.
multiple
Yeah. Multiple. Okay, I had to parse that sentence out. Also received photos of themselves covered in troll's semen. A practice called
That's
tribute.
that's weak. Y'all can do better than that. Come on.
That's weak.
It's a very common thing on the internet, unfortunately. Don't ever go to 8chan.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
receive
It's
pictures.
a
But
badge of
the
honor.
the calling their house and telling them that they know where their kids live. That's pretty fucked. Like-
why did
We
they
should
do
just get
this?
rid of all people.
Yeah,
Thanos did
people-
nothing wrong.
Yeah. It's one thing doing tributes on pictures of their wives. It's another thing to say that to threaten their kids. That's messed up.
But they sent them the pictures.
Yeah, that's also pretty messed up.
Oh.
Yeah.
But, like-
They didn't just do it. They sent them the pictures.
But like that's a thing that you can like
Okay,
filter
that's
that
pretty
kind of
wild.
you can actually like filter that kind of stuff out at least to, like pay someone to handle your mail. But the threatening your kids thing, that's just a yeah.
Never mind. That's wild. I take back what I
I was
said.
about to say, what do you mean that's weak?
I didn't fully understand what you said.
Yeah,
Thanos,
they received photos that were actually covered in
When you
semen.
said
Thanos
semen, I
like
was
mail
like,
to them.
nothing
like,
wrong.
Not like actual nutting on the pic and sending in the mail.
Yeah, in the mail.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why did they get docked in the first place? Was it just 8chan being 8chan or what?
that
Yeah, no,
that seems to be it. This article suggests nothing.
Is there like some sin that Stream.me is guilty of? Like, did they
Trying to compete with Twitch, I don't know.
I don't think they do it out of solidarity for Twitch. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, why would you? I mean, like, we're on Twitch right now, so I probably shouldn't be like saying anything too bad. But like, what's
Someone was
what's-
probably like, "Hey, let me try and
what's
dox
wrong
them."
with
Oh, hey,
Twitch?
that was easy. Let's mess with them.
what's wrong with Twitch having competition?
I mean, you're talking about a board that's supposedly full of edgelords, neo-Nazis, and communists. So I don't know if exactly this is a rational group of people who are coming on pictures of people's wives and sending them in the mail. These aren't rational people. I don't think you should look for too much logic in this.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just really
It just
weird.
sucks.
Like why these particular people got targeted.
Why Stream.me? Yeah. Why
Stream.me's owners of any of all places. I don't know.
Why not?
I guess maybe it's just because they got a bunch of information out of them for some reason or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
Weird.
speaking of news and streaming related things,
They just said
Light made it into
Oh, Light.
Smash Ultimate Summit.
Yeah.
gonna talk
he
about
won
Vita.
the last
God
chance
of our new
qualifier.
world. He ate some
Um,
potato chip.
What?
So Light, pretty neat Fox main. I don't know, very.
I'm impressed that Light won the thing.
Yeah.
The last
He-
chance
he won
qualifier.
he won over some really good players. That's I think the bigger piece of news is Tweak was the favorite to win that.
Yeah.
For sure. Tweak got 7th. Mr. R was there. Esam was there. Salem was
Tweak
there.
is not the undisputed best in the world.
According to at least one commentator at what is this tournament called? Ultimate Nimbus. Tweak is the undisputed best player in the world. It's Smash Ultimate. Which okay. So I think Tweak's got a strong argument for best player in the world. I'd put him at second best, but he's got a strong argument. It's just it feels really weird when someone says undisputed best in the world. I don't think anyone can contest that.
Yeah, he's not 0, and he also hasn't won everything.
I feel we probably shouldn't talk about this because I don't have a clip proving that this happened. I just remember this. Also, just in my personal experience, commentary at Ultimate tournaments has been way, way worse than at other tournaments. And I'm not sure if it's just because the game's new and there's not as much knowledge.
That's probably part of it. Also, this is some random. There hasn't been a lot of like super majors outside of like Genesis for it.
And like
A lot of them are smaller, more grassrooty type tournaments, which commentary quality tends to be a little lower.
Anyway, Summit starts tomorrow. Lights there.
Yep, and we promise we'll stop talking about Smash for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna talk about Smash. Yep, Vita is now officially dead. Last week it was unofficially dead. Now it's officially dead.
Can I get some F's in the chat?
Anyway, Apex Legends.
Wait, what?
We talked about the
Exactly.
Vita dying last week. It went from unofficial to official. You know, it's a change in relationship status between
Was that
Sony and the
last week?
Vita.
I thought it was like 2 weeks ago.
That was last week.
Might have been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, actually, you might be right. I might be a fraud. But
We don't have any Vita memories that we can share with our
Vita
audience?
memories.
Yeah.
All right, quick show of hands. Who here owned a Vita? You're right. It was 2 weeks ago, by the way.
So, did anyone raise their hand?
I
No,
held a Vita.
I mean,
I worked at a place that sold Vitas,
do Vita
Nobody bought
ports
them.
count?
and nobody
No,
sold them either.
no Vita ports do not count.
Well, then no, I've never touched.
Oh,
a
I
Vita
played
in my-
Final Fantasy Typo.
Yeah, I played that for like an hour and
Is that even a Vita game?
Never
or just
touched
a
it
normal
again?
PSP
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that was PSP.
Oh, I think Type 0 HD is the.
Damn.
Yeah, I played some Type 0. Type 0 HD is the PS4
Yeah.
remake of the PSP game. So
It has everything
GG.
it needs to be a good game, except that it isn't.
except it's terrible.
Yeah, it kind of
Except it's
sucks.
terrible.
I actually heard
The
like
idea is there.
the Vita's a decent console. Just
If you
Just
like
never took
anime
off.
games.
true.
Sony put the final nail in the coffin of its least successful video game console.
Honestly, that's an impressive least successful console.
I mean, the console has no games, so no one buys it. No one buys it, so no one wants to make games for it.
It
It's the
apparently
Wii U.
had-
Well, it's like the Wii U.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But the Wii U had
Yeah.
games. Just no one. Nintendo
Japan
made games.
liked it.
Japan liked the Vita, yeah.
It just fell in the dumpster
It
and
was like,
never
oh,
got
it's a,
out
it's
here.
a DS, but good. Oh wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
No Pokemon though, so no buy.
All right.
Animal
Anyway,
Crossing.
Apex Legends, apparently super popular.
Yeah.
I played it and I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I mean it's a first-person shooter, so I'm not gonna touch it. But
Wow.
I'm really, really, really,
You
really,
degenerate
really bad
filth.
at first-person shooters.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at first person shooters too. So
I thought you said you were mad. You're
Bad.
confused.
Oh no, I'm bad. I'm not mad.
I'm also pretty awful. Like I don't know. I used to play them a lot on the 360, and I just lost the ability to aim.
I might be one of the worst first-person shooter players I've ever seen.
Yeah, Dan's not very good at
Yeah.
first-person shooters. And I'm also not very good at first-person shooters, and I'm definitely better than Dan at first-person shooters.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you got that Wii Motion Plus action.
But
Download fast.
yeah, anyway, we'll stop. Apex Legends that has 50 million players in its first month. That's mind-blowing.
Fortnite has a competitor.
That is an insane number of people playing the game in the first
Weird.
month. Absolutely crazy.
I think I wanna be maybe not maybe armchair psychologist isn't the right word, but I feel like a big part of the success of Apex Legends is there was a lot of
Fortnite
people
50.
who wanted to be Ninja, and they're like, "Ooh,
Oh.
a new battle royale game! I'm gonna be the first to play it." And then like everyone just like piled on to try and be like the first to play this game and like create good content for
I mean,
it.
I could see something
could-
like that where like a lot of, especially a lot of like the like mid-sized streamers all jumping on this
Yeah.
game right away, and then all their followers are like, "Oh, that game looks fun."
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
I could be wrong, but that's like
There could be something to that.
that's.
But at the same time, wasn't there another big battle royale game that?
PUBG?
Tetris 99.
Yes, the actual best VR game.
Yeah, Tetris 99, which is doing well, isn't it?
I don't have.
I don't really know
numbers.
how to gauge that.
It's free.
There's a mini tournament thing starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. I've been having a lot of fun with Tetris VR.
Yeah, I'm not the best at Tetris either, but I'm having.
Yeah. And like you don't need to be that good. Like I get top 20 pretty regularly.
The average person is really terrible at Tetris. I would
Yes.
probably get like bottom like 30 every single time.
Like-
You can literally just survive to like top 20.
I'm like around that.
I wouldn't
Just get lucky
survive.
and have no one target you. And
I
you'll
feel
do-
like if you don't auto fall blocks, you could get to like top 70 without clearing a single line.
that is possible.
That
yeah.
That doesn't feel right.
You can literally put the controller down and get to top 50 if no one targets you.
What?
The game starts off really slow, and if
Yeah.
no one targets you, you're not getting junk. So
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, maybe
But
I'll
once you
I'll
get to,
give
like,
it.
the top,
Maybe
once
I'll
you get
give
to
it
the
a
top,
chance.
You actually need some loot or you're gonna get smashed. So you're
Yeah,
not
I'm
gonna
sure.
win. But you can get pretty far.
what? So, Lerone, you're pretty good at Tetris. How do you do in Tetris Battle Royale? Like, what percentage of the time do you make top 10?
I mean, right now I win like a quarter of the time,
First place a quarter of the time?
which is okay.
I've never ever won.
I've never won. Yeah.
I got third once, and I was super pumped about it.
Yeah, the end game is what the. See, that's the thing. The end game is the hardest part, but you have to get to the end game to practice the end game. So
It's like speedrunning almost.
yeah, because that's when it actually gets fast. Because sometimes you get to top 10 and half the people just die instantly.
Yeah, well, that was a great chat about Apex Legends.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Apex Legends at all.
Yeah. So speaking of Nintendo, the most I kind of saw this coming. I think we all kind of did, but I'm not happy to see it honestly. A Nintendo Labo VR.
You're not happy?
No.
Why not?
How
It's-
much more does it cost?
Nintendo Labo VR. There's a $40 kit and an $80 kit.
That
Oh, it's cheap VR. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ew. I mean, it's for kids. If they
Yeah.
like it, I'm not mad.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The only thing like that you could be angry about with this is developers spent time on this instead of something else. And do we really know that developers spent time?
Yeah, it's not really
I
that.
could be mad about that.
I
What are you
just
upset about then? Like if that's not it, then
Nothing.
What is it?
I have no problem.
the only thing I have about it is, I mean, this is more personal than anything. Is like, selling subpar VR experiences cheapens VR in general. Like it lowers people's like view of it.
Expectations of the quality.
Yeah, like people like try Nintendo Labo VR and they're like, this is a silly fad. This isn't anything special.
So
The
you
point-
think it's
It's kind of like the thing that worries me most is it's like this is like a worse version of phone VR. I think that's
Yeah.
and phone VR is already a very subpar experience, but this is gonna be rough, like really rough. Like phones have higher resolution screens than the Switch, and like the Switch has a really low resolution screen to try to do VR with, and low refresh rate. So I don't know. It might even be nauseating to use. Like it actually might make people sick. I am genuinely.
I don't know. The
I'm
people in the
skeptical.
marketing shoot don't look sick.
That's true. But also, kids are like immune to getting motion sick, so
That is true.
they might not. The kids using this probably won't care.
They also get they also care less about getting motion sick. Like if a kid throws up, he's bouncing back and ready to go again.
Yeah.
If I throw up, it's just like, oh no.
Yeah, but the thing that's interesting
It's
about this
happening
is
for the
like
rest of the day.
what do you guys think that the age group is for like the original Nintendo Labo kits, and even this one?
I don't know,
I
like
think 13 and under.
6 to 12.
4 to 10.
See, here's the thing. This is because it's VR. It's E10 plus, because people under the age of 10 aren't really supposed to do VR.
Oh,
It's not good for your eyesight when you're a little kid and you're like still developing.
I mean,
I
the
mean-
other question is that do people still play the Nintendo Labo in the first place?
I have no idea.
This is to bring it back.
Like, I mean, Nintendo sort of teased this idea, like when the Switch first came out, basically, that they might look into doing VR stuff with it.
They did.
This is the
Here we are.
okay.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Can I
I
play Beat Saber with this?
definitely
Hey,
not.
let's
It's
go. I'll
not-
pay $40
it's
to be
not
able to play Beat Saber.
appear possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. This is gonna be weird. Well,
You should buy it.
I
$20.
I would almost like to review this
Yeah, you should review it.
because I am genuinely curious how it turns out.
Yeah, you could revive your channel.
I have a coworker who got the original Labo kit to play with their kids, so maybe they'll get this one and they can give me a rundown.
Wow,
That's,
no, you should revive your YouTube channel. And
Revive. This is
His
it's
YouTube channel is
is
alive and
th-
well.
is
I am
al-
I'm one of the many subscribers to Jacob
You have a
Freeman on
YouTube
YouTube.
channel?
That's where he uploads all the VODs for the podcast.
no.
I thought
Mitch
you put
Mitch
those
is
on Twitch.
they're on YouTube,
That's all.
Well.
man.
on Twitch and YouTube. Mitch is just saying that so as a segue, so we can plug the YouTube channel.
Ah,
I am
But that's-
one of the 103 subscribers. You could be.
I have less subs on YouTube than I do followers on Twitch. Huh.
You could
Well,
be.
maybe
sub,
more people
you
knew
could
about
be
the YouTube.
Sub number 104, and you know what that means.
Yeah, so you might have a chance to win a Nintendo Labo. Might. Keyword might. Don't sue me.
And not from us. I'm sure someone's doing a giveaway, but it isn't us.
Yeah, based on my YouTube channel subscribers. So go ahead
You
and
know what? How about this? If we get to 1 million subscribers, Jake will personally buy you a Labo. Whoever you are.
Yeah, you know what? If I get to 1 million subscribers, whoever's my 1,000,000 subscriber, I will buy you a Nintendo Labo.
I'm off
And
to
ship
make
it
a
to your
million
house.
Email account.
I'll take it. Give me that AdSense revenue.
you gotta keep your promise.
If Mitch goes through that effort, he's earned himself a Nintendo Labo. If he successfully bypasses YouTube's fraud detection system with 1 million accounts, then by all means, you can have a Labo.
All right, it's done.
All right. Speaking of Nintendo, we're gonna talk about wobbling.
Yeah, we are.
So, not only are we incredibly qualified to discuss this topic due to our amazing tournament results as a group in Smash Brothers Melee, but we're also doing this at a very timely period of time. As you know,
This is
Just
super
now.
topical right now.
yes, just right now, everyone's all abuzz about should we ban wobbling? Should we keep it legal? That totally didn't happen 3 weeks ago. It's happening now.
Yeah.
Has Chicago made a decision?
No.
I think Chicago's anti-wobble ban. Like Chicago's pro wobbling, right?
They ought to be. They have like half the Ice Climbers players in the world.
That's true.
They'll lose half the scene.
Okay, yeah, so I'm
It's time
hosting
for
this.
Melee to die. Grind Nintendo can.
Yes, sorry, featuring our host this week, J Duels. So
Yikes.
J duels.
That was don't do that.
All right, I'll need
Uh,
it. Featuring our host Julian, quote, Big Dickens.
don't say my
Okay.
full name.
Julian has a giant dick, Dickens.
Okay. Before I get into this, I just want to say that I didn't know wobbling was such a huge controversy. Like I started paying attention to Melee in like 2014, 2015, back when wobbling was like unbanned everywhere. You know, but like before that, like it was a controversial topic.
Yeah, this is the second time where wobbling has
Yep.
started to see bans in Melee's history,
Yeah,
and then it's been undone before. So
yeah.
it's like the polar vortex. Every couple of
And-
years, it's bound to happen.
I labeled some slides as like discussion slides. Like there's some slides I'm gonna be talking more, other slides where like I open it up to like more discussion. You can like give your opinion like whenever, but you know.
Okay.
And I also wanted to include music pieces, like so this would open up with Vivaldi's Spring from the Four Seasons, like just to make it because you know I have like a classical theme going, but I don't that would be too annoying for Jake. Plus, you know, copyright reasons, so I didn't do that.
Just
Okay.
imagine it in play it in your head.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you can move on to the next
It's not in
Yeah.
your head.
one.
We have moved on.
So, what is a wobble? So a wobble is when Popo, the ice climber you see,
Po.
the blue one, you get a grab with Popo, you desync. Should I explain what desyncing is? Like,
How technical do we want to get? 'Cause I think the
Yeah.
reason wobbling exists is kind of really interesting and really, really, really dumb.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any reason to get to it. I think the most important thing to know is with a grab in if you get a grab with the lead ice climber and the
Yeah.
other climber is next to you, you can start this inescapable infinite combo that is extremely easy.
Yeah, I can do it.
Like part of it is very important to note here. You can learn this in like a
5
half
minutes.
hour easy.
yep.
Like 5 minutes if you're experienced in this game. If you're experienced in this game, possibly a half hour from knowing literally nothing about this game.
Yeah, you just get a grab with Popo, and then you desync with Nana, and then hit the A button at 200 BPM. Nana
Yeah.
You gotta
follows up with
tilt.
forward tilts. Yeah, you tilt.
Yeah, it's a
and
down tilt.
then-
Yeah, you hold down on the control stick and you tap A. It's
Then after that, you get a forward smash or a non-still
smash.
smash with Nana,
yeah.
and then
The only slight difficulty is starting it really quickly, but
Yeah.
like that's about it.
Yeah, and this is done via melee exploit, where like you're continually in hit stun.
You're not in hit stun.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what the wiki told me. What are you in?
Okay, so my understanding is whenever you're hit by an attack while you're in grab, the game says, okay, you can't break out of this attack while you're in hit lag. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some frames before we allow you to escape. And it's actually it adds more frames to that counter before you're allowed to escape than like the frames it takes to get a second attack out. So what you're essentially doing is the Nana down adds frames and the Popo pummel adds frames, and you're adding frames faster than they're being removed from the counter that says, "Here's when you can escape."
Yep.
The intention was to avoid having you break out of a grab during hit lag. And
Okay,
they did a terrible implementation of preventing that from happening.
Yes, this was fixed in Brawl.
And you can do
Fixed.
Yeah.
This was fixed.
like also in doubles you could do a wobble with like most teams in a 2v1 situation. Like if you get a Marth grab, then you could do Fox down tilt plus Marth pummel in order to wobble someone. Like it's not
Yeah.
ice climbers specific. Ice climbers you just have two people
Two
laying
characters, yeah. So you can do it in singles.
yeah, but like the recent bans are with ice climbers. Like no one cares about the doubles wobble, so I didn't.
Yeah, that's a 2v1 combo. 2v1s are as good as you being dead anyway if you got grabbed. So
Yeah, you can continue. Unless anyone else has more input on like what a wobble is.
I think our audience knows what a wobble is now.
Okay.
The slide's pretty simple.
You grab them and you press A, and it's over.
Yeah, so I made a timeline on how wobbling came about. So it was discovered sometime between 2002 and 2005. No one really knows like who discovered it. I saw a Reddit comment that said it was Kish Prime. I have no idea who Kish
Sure.
Prime is. So
Was it not Wobbles?
no, it wasn't.
No.
It
Wobbles.
was named after?
Wobbles kind of like popularized the technique,
Yep. In
and that's
2006
kind of like when it got named wobbling, but
Yeah.
the technique itself was discovered before it was named.
It was popularized by Wobble at NTC2. And Ken, according to the Smash Wiki, coined the term.
Huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
Wobble says he saw like a bunch of Japanese players do it, so he started doing it. So yeah, he didn't invent the wobble, it was just he popularized it at a tournament. And between 2007 and 2013, by the way, I want to say I'm like kind of hard quoting an article I found on Smashboards called "The Wobbling Ban: What You Need to Know."
Okay.
Yeah, so between 2007 and 2013, some tournaments banned wobbling, others kept it. Notable ones include Pound 2. Pound 2 banned it, but FC Diamond made it legal in 2007. Other ones like in 2011, the Big House banned wobbling. But you get the idea. It was like off and on whether or not to ban wobbling or not.
Yeah, Juggle Guy, who's the head TO for the Big House, is very outspokenly against wobbling and wants it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Always has been. But he says he'll always lean with the community.
Isn't it kind of ironic? His name is Juggle Guy, but he's like.
I like it.
But yeah, in 2013, Wobbles gets second at Evo. Huge upset.
Also, I think it's
Yeah.
worth noting here that the FGC at large has a different view on infinite.
Mhm.
Where if an infinite doesn't make a character broken, they don't think that there's a reason to ban it. And if you go look at a tier list right now, you'll notice ice climbers are decidedly not broken.
Yes.
They are not.
So
I mean,
wobbling was legalized at Evo, and I think that's kind of a big deal. And I think that's kind of what set the precedent of the post Evo, melee community. Wobbling's almost never banned.
Yep.
Which is actually really interesting considering Wobbles got second.
You would think wobbling would be banned, but it isn't. Yeah, considering Wobbles got second. Yep.
Yeah, I would almost see that as oh man, maybe we really should keep this banned. Wobbles didn't deserve second.
I think it's kind of like the melee community was just so different before and after Evo. Like Evo and the Smash documentary did so much for the melee community.
Yeah.
That a lot of people were exposed to the melee community through those two events. And so they watch Evo and they think, oh, wobbling is legal in Smash tournaments. Because wobbling is legal in the Smash tournament that got me into Smash. And it's very visibly legal.
Yeah.
Wobbles got second.
And I wouldn't doubt that a lot of Ice Climbers mains started, cropping up after Wobbles' performance at Evo.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think I just want to say I completely disagree with your guys' interpretation, 100%. I think wobbling being visible at Evo is the reason why wobbling was legal post 2013. I think it is the reason.
Isn't that what we agreed on?
No,
Yeah.
you guys said that you're surprised that wobbling wasn't banned after Wobbles did so good.
Oh.
I kind of see it both at the same time. Like I think you're right, but it doesn't mean I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I agree with Jake. But yeah, as Dan mentioned, after 2013, most majors unbanned wobbling. Like we're in this like post unbanned wobble era in Melee. Until recently, you can put it on the next slide.
Yep.
There have been recent ban hammers with wobbling. So some states like Colorado, Montana, Kentucky, and Dakota have banned wobbling for their tournaments. And the first major to ban wobbling in recent memory is Gommel. So yeah. Also, Tennessee banned wobbling in certain like areas, like Tri-City, Clarkville, Nashville, and Knoxville. But yeah, not everywhere in Tennessee was wobbling banned. So, yeah.
Also, I like this. We will follow Tennessee's footsteps and adopt their 4 pummel, 4 tilt rule. That seems so weird.
Yeah.
Why not? If
I think
you're
that's
gonna ban
something-
it, just ban it.
Yeah.
I think that's something we're definitely gonna want to talk about a lot later.
Yeah.
I think that
So
the
how much
discussion.
damage does that do? The 4 pummel 4 tilt. What does that net you?
Yeah, I think we should talk about that later because I have a whole lot of
Okay.
questions. So
Okay.
Also, the tweet in the bottom left, that's a real tweet, but like Reeve had no authority to make that tweet, and it was just kind of a lie.
Oh,
Yeah,
They ended up
wasn't that a troll?
Kentucky ended up actually banning wobbling, but when Reeve made that tweet, none of the TOs were like, they were like, "What are you talking about?"
that
Oh,
makes
I know there's
it
confusion.
even better.
I actually didn't know that. I know there was confusion with Tennessee. I didn't know there was confusion with Kentucky too.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, a lot
Right.
of people attribute that tweet to
Yeah.
actually getting the ball rolling to get wobbling banned.
Also,
yeah.
I don't know. I like all these people like just saying their state, not like the Colorado Smash Scene or the South Dakota Smash Scene. It's like Colorado has banned wobbling. South Dakota has banned
the
wobbling.
Colorado Senate had like convened and voted.
Yeah,
on it
and I just like that Colorado has followed Tennessee's footsteps, and like South Dakota's joined the other few states. It's just so weird.
It's
but-
like,
but then,
are
like,
these
well-
people speaking for all of the Smash scenes in these states? Like,
Yeah.
they're not
they
all
are.
conglomerated in one spot, are they?
I mean, for a lot of these states, they kind of are.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I mean, yeah, not all states have like a bunch of population centers.
Like Illinois, the Champaign-Urbana Smash scene is very isolated from the Chicago Smash scene.
Right. But in like Colorado, like the Colorado Springs area, which has most of the biggest cities in Colorado within like 60 miles. And that's just kind of the Colorado Smash scene.
Yeah.
And
Not a lot of states are like Illinois.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's weird that like even though Springfield / Champaign-Urbana are far away from Chicago, it still feels weird that those are 2 separate scenes.
yeah, but it's not
Like, I feel
too
like
surprising.
That's a weird, unique thing that Illinois does.
I mean, I think it's partially just because like the population density of Chicago is so high. Like a lot of Smash scenes like need their like multiple cities to come together to make a really big like healthy scene. But Chicago is self-sustaining because it has so many people.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, sorry to derail you, Julian.
No, it's fine. You can continue.
I've got nothing more to say.
Yeah.
I mean, like the next slide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking you were talking about me. All right. I like that GIF.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't have to credit anyone for that. It's like a
It's fine.
Yeah, but why are people talking about wobbling now? Like no one really knows why, but my
Top player
theories are
Twitter.
that go ahead. Did you say something?
Top player Twitter.
Yeah, top player Twitter. Yeah, top players have been talking about it, especially Plup. He says he's retired from Melee because playing against Puff is unfun. He also talks about banning wobbling.
That's what I find the
Two
funniest of all of
unrelated
this.
things.
He's like I retired from Melee because I think Puff is unfun. And like, oh man, like what else is unfun? He's like, I don't like wobbling that much. Oh, wobbling, we can ban that one. that's kind of how it feels to me. Like maybe if we ban wobbling, Puff will come back. I know that's not really it, but it's the sudden
should ban
backlash kind of
Puff.
feels something like that. Like, all right, we can't just outright ban Puff because that just seems like we're intentionally sabotaging Hungry Box and no one else.
I mean, Axe was
Yeah.
more direct about it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I have
Yeah,
access
see what happens.
quote later in the presentation.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, besides that, I also like wobbling has been like the sleeping giant in the Melee community. Like, I don't know. It's been a thing that people talked about in the past, stayed quiet, but now it just came up in our consciousness.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
People definitely complain about wobbling while it's happening, all the time.
No.
So like, I
None
noticed
yet.
you bring. Yeah, I noticed
Go
you bring
ahead.
up bananas. Can we just like talk about this weird phenomena with Ice Climbers players, where like every year there's another new top Ice Climbers, and then they like just go away after that? Like,
Yeah.
do you guys remember Disc Kid Boogie?
Yep.
Oh
do.
yeah. How
And
about Army?
Chudat had a good year. Now, who's Chudat?
I mean, Chudat's always kind of relevant, but not because of his placements. Just because he's a character in the scene.
It's kind of a meme, yeah.
But
Well,
like
like-
Chudat had like a good 6 months and then kind of fell off super
Yeah.
hard. Like
He
this
could-
just happens with Ice Climbers. Nintendo, like 2015, Nintendo was the Ice Climbers.
Yeah.
guy.
Didn't he like get a job at Twitch?
He did.
I don't know. I
Twitch
just know he's
shilling
not
Twitch
putting
again?
up results anymore.
Yeah, he's a retired player.
He also doesn't. When he does play, he doesn't play Ice Climbers anymore. I don't think.
No, he plays
He
like
doesn't.
he plays like random characters.
I didn't know. Why do you retire? Why do you retire Ice Climbers?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Wobbles. It's like so. There's Wobbles, Fly Amanita, Army.
Yeah, Fly Amanita.
Disc
Fly
Kid.
Amanita is an interesting one because
'Cause
he
he
doesn't
doesn't really
wobble.
Yeah.
But he had like a couple. He
Downright
had like
respectable.
six good months to a year, and then kind of fell off.
He fell off.
This just happens with Ice Climbers players.
Though he claimed he had no problem with wobbling, and he didn't wobble because he didn't know how.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
That's what he claimed. He says, "Oh, wobbling's too hard for me."
Which, if you watch him, he does the craziest desyncs. Which
Yeah, he does like desyncs and handle. He could definitely wobble. Unless the man just has everything except for like rhythm. Because I guess that's the one thing you need to have to wobble is some rhythm. And maybe he just has no rhythm at all except for like really quick twitchy things. Maybe.
Yeah, I just want to point out for a second while we're on the topic of Fly Amanita, handoffs are.
I think we should talk about that later.
Hold on.
I think there's a good place to do that later.
There is.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. So while you're researching that, we already like talked about most of the topics here. We can move on to our personal experiences with wobbling if we have any.
I have 0.
Yeah.
Wobbling doesn't bother me.
The most I have is oh, by the way, the GIF I shared is there's a dance called the wobble. I just thought that was funny.
That's my
yeah.
personal experience with the.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I've only been wobbled in friendlies, like at Rubicon once. Besides that, I haven't been wobbled. But
I have been wobbled in tournament. I played against Fluid, Chicago Ice Climbers player, one of the best Ice Climbers players in Chicago. Given that I had never played against a competent Ice Climbers player before in my life, I got absolutely trashed. I'm pretty sure I was wobbled 6 out of my 8 stocks.
how did that make you feel?
Were they at low percent?
Yeah, most of them were like 15 to death.
Sucks.
Ooh. By the way, Rico Snow, thank you for the nice gift comment. All right, continue.
I tried to wobble Adam once, and having never practiced it, it didn't work.
Yeah, in all fairness, when I've tried wobbling, I've never practiced wobbling, but I've tried it against random people at random times, and I only get it like 25% of the time, maybe.
You saw me do it to Azu.
Yeah,
After not playing
You
Melee
got
for like
Charles
5
with that? Oh, that's great.
I didn't know you did that.
yeah,
I mean, I still got destroyed.
yeah. If you're
I wobbled him,
experienced,
though.
if you're inexperienced against Ice Climbers, you can get absolutely decimated. There's a lot of setups that lead to wobbling, as you would imagine. Ice Climbers players
Yeah.
have put a lot of work into setting up ways to get a wobble, since it's a guaranteed anything to death combo. If you land it, it's really
Also,
powerful.
I think I've only ever played one ice season tournament, and I did fine. But I also play Peach, so
Yeah, you played Peach. So
Yeah, Laron's the Armada of this conversation.
Yeah, you are.
Just gonna pretend like you didn't say that.
I mean, you are the armada of this conversation.
You guys both play Peach, and you both
play Peach, and you're both like, who cares about wobbling?
Yeah,
True.
As who swears by this Peach player.
yeah, he does. Alright, you can continue from this slide.
You don't want to hear about my personal wobbling experience?
Oh,
No.
oh,
So I
go
was
ahead.
gonna
I'm
talk
sorry.
I was going to talk about brawl handoffs, if that's okay.
That's fine.
I have
And-
no experience with melee wobbling.
We're also qualified on this topic.
So I've dealt with playing against brawl ice climbers, which I think is a similar matchup in that if you get grabbed, you lose. the
Yep.
Stock.
Some may argue worse.
Yeah, because Nana's AI is not as bad, and both ice climbers can grab the ledge at the same time, which is kind of a big deal. But
Also, or continue first.
I think it is a very interesting matchup, and I like it.
I'm kind
You
of in a
have to
similar boat.
You
Wait, which
have
matchup?
to play that matchup completely. Well, in my case, it would be Zero Suit versus Ice Climber.
Oh.
Against
Yeah.
Brawl
Play that
Ices.
matchup
Character versus ices.
very, very differently than any other matchup, and I think it rewards you for knowing the matchup more than most other matchups, and I like it.
It's
Just
unique.
pull out your pocket Meta Knight and dare camp.
Mm-hmm.
I just what I end up doing is I counterpick Smashville and camp the platform. That's a really good strategy.
Yep. Another thing I'm just gonna throw out there that was from Brawl, and this is more of a me being melee players or being babies because Brawl had it worse. Yada yada yada. I walk uphill both ways, but like in Brawl, not only was there like handoffs, there was this particular type of chain grab that ice climbers had called hobbling, named similar to wobbling for a reason, which was kind of like a wobble. It was inescapable, except far more frustrating. IMO, because Dan, I'm not sure if you've had any experience being hobbled.
Is that the double jump ice block thing?
Yeah, so basically, ice climbers can do a thing where one down throws you, the other one footstools you, and then they throw out desynced ice blocks, which make you bounce on the ground and force you into a neutral getup, and then they can grab you again. This whole time, it looks like you can do something. Like, you're not in their hands anymore. You're, like, on the ground, and, like, it looks like a techable situation. All these things, and you just can't do anything about it. You can't DI. You can do literally nothing.
You can SDI the ice blocks.
Yeah, you can. It makes basically no difference.
You can practice SDI.
Yeah, you can practice SDI just like in Melee. You can practice mashing in case they mess up the rhythm. Yeah, I think that is extremely frustrating. So, if for
Yeah.
Melee players getting wobbled is as frustrating as hobbling, I understand why they would call it the most frustrating thing in this game.
I don't.
That's my piece.
Why is hobbling so much worse than like a handoff for you?
It's way slower. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't get to play the game for way longer. Like, hobbling takes forever to take your
Yeah,
stock.
It's annoying, and you have to pay attention
Yeah.
because you're still in the tournament.
Yeah, like, if it's my first stock, I still have 2 stocks to go, and I have to, like, waste, like, 40 seconds or more for them to hobble me to death. That's brutal.
That's just more time to think about how you messed up and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah,
More
but
time
Smash
to
is such a
grab
momentum-based game. That's a momentum killer if I ever saw one.
Brawl is way less momentum based.
Yeah, but as a player, more so than,
Okay, I don't mind getting hobbled.
yeah, I think it's awful. But, moving on.
You need to use your time wisely if you think hobbling is worse than getting handoffed.
Yeah.
IMO.
Money match me.
Like an ice climbers do. Like,
Yeah, sure. Ice climbers.
Your melee ice climber.
Alright.
is, Brawl
Wobble,
ice
the
climber.
Wobble Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so I made
Also-
a slide of notable players who wobble.
Hey.
So I also
Interesting
like
names.
I made like
To the theme.
yeah English puns
Oh.
like Sir Wobbles, Chew of the Dat, Duke Nintendo. I was being it's kind of cringe, but whatever. I thought it was funny. So yeah, I have Wobbles, Chew Dat, Nintendo, Baron Army, Lord Bananas, and Earl Dizkit Boogie. If you
Dizkit?
notice, oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. Just this kid is my favorite ice climber based on personality.
Oh,
Nah. Bananas brought us the best skit of all time.
Bananas
Yeah.
is the best actor by far, and
That's
the
true.
bananas.
He might be the
bananas
best actor in the
wobbling
Smash
skit-
community in general.
The bananas wobbling skit is absolutely incredible. I'll link it in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen the banana skit from Summit, it is excellent. It's also
That's
about wobbling, very topical.
thank you, Rico Snow, for saying it's cute. By the way, if you notice, there's one player missing here, Fly Amanita. So as we mentioned previously, he doesn't really wobble.
I'm half
So I
tempted to
originally-
play that bananas video on stream. It would show everyone exactly what wobbling is.
Do you want to?
I kind of do. It's only 2.5 minutes. What do you guys say?
Have you seen the video where
I'm not hearing a
and
no.
They zoom in on the skill
Wait.
cam, and it's just him pressing A bunch. They just zoom in on his hands.
Yeah.
really close.
All right, this will kind of show you guys what wobbling is, and this is actually kind of poking fun at how easy wobbling is in a way. So you'll just see.
What's up, man?
It's more just like a shot-for-shot remake of a scene from
Whiplash.
From a movie about jazz drumming.
Yeah, which Whiplash is supposed to be an amazing movie. Gotta watch that. But anyway, here is Whiplash from Summit. Enjoy.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah. What's going on here?
I'm done playing Fox, man. Keep missing my punishes. I've been playing Ices for a few weeks, and I'm ready to make the switch.
That's awesome. You know how to wobble, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, set up a desync and show me what you can do. Maybe I can give you
So
some
that's what
tips.
wobbling looks like,
Nice.
and that's
good stuff.
Just tap A.
See, that's not so hard. Okay, a little trouble there. That's fine. Just 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite my tempo. It's okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're rushing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Dragging just a hair. Wait for my cue. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like how he's
why do you
doing it
suppose I
correctly
just
in
put
all of
console
these
at
and
your
still
headset?
getting attacked.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Were you rushing or dragging?
it's a perfectly good week.
I don't know.
Start counting.
1, 2, 3.
200 BPM, damn it. Blank Space by Taylor Swift. Look at me.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, was I rushing or dragging?
I don't know.
Then count again.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rushing or dragging?
Rushing.
So you do know the difference. I swear to God, if you deliberately sabotage my character, I will fuck you like a pig. Do you only play Ices because it's the only way a woman will get close to you? Now, are you a rusher, a dragger, or are you going to wobble on my fucking time?
I'm gonna wobble on your time.
Also, you can use up tilt to block full hop approaches from Fox and Falcon.
So that's the best Summit skin of all time, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that also is a decent little intro to wobbling in a way, in the weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully
I like
that
how
wasn't
people who do audio only are just gonna have the audio.
Yeah, that's true.
the audio for that clip is.
Which, you know, it's gonna be mostly just our silence, but there's gonna be a little. You can hear the.
Well, you can decide for yourself. Was he rushing or dragging?
You can continue. Next slide. I'm kind of worried we're gonna go over time.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway,
Sidetracking you.
Boogie is the nicest Ice Climbers main.
Yeah, but moving on to notable sets.
Oh wait, no. Can we?
No, we can't.
You saw that slide hold up? I just want to tell everyone about the Crush tweet real quick.
The Crush tweet.
Oh.
Why do all Ice Climbers players look like they collect bugs? I wanted that while the pictures of all the Ice Climbers mains was still up.
I brought them back up. Decide for yourself if you think that this looks like a bunch of pictures of people who
mean-
collect bugs.
I mean, clearly they have plenty of free time.
That's true. They don't have to. They don't have to practice Smash. They just have to push A at 200 BPM. Am I right?
Rico
High-
Snow
high
says
five.
it's the one with controllers. Like, I'm not sure what she means.
I
The
can't.
best summit.
I don't remember. I don't
She
know,
thinks-
remember what summit skit she's talking
Yeah.
about.
She's talking about the American Psycho one where it's the business card scene except they're doing it with GameCube controllers.
Oh,
I
see.
still don't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's my number 2 or 3 on my favorite summit skits.
My number 2 is
Julian
Mango
has a
Time
topic.
Travel. Yeah, Julian's
I
topic.
do have a topic. Okay, so notable sets. So Nintendo versus M2K at Genesis 3. Nintendo gets the last stock video. Wobble wins the set.
Oof.
So you're looking
Oh,
at the
that
Twitch-
was M2K though. Like, bro,
Yeah.
it's been like 10 years. You should just try learning the match.
mean.
I like.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Every time Music King does something dumb, I'm just like, why don't you just play Marth?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
If you're looking at the Twitch stream right now, I have a bunch of sad M2K faces right now. It was from that set.
Yeah.
Like he's getting wobbled and he makes that face.
That's
Classic Melee.
that is what the face of wobbling, of getting wobbled looks like.
And for a short payment of $1 a month.
Yeah, you can save.
Either that or looking at your phone while getting wobbled.
Yeah, if you donate or sub today, we will ban wobbling from this stream.
Wobbling will be banned in Cary, Illinois.
True.
Oh, well.
Okay, next set, Wobbles versus Mango at Evo 2013. This is when he upset Mango and makes it into winners on the winner's side, top 8.
Yeah.
Before he got second, before he lost.
You're not gonna bring up Chudat Yayazing all over Mango?
No.
Any of the time
Continue.
you did that?
People were mad about that.
Oh.
How dare you
Yeah, so that
ask
happened.
me.
Yeah, whatever.
Finally, Bananas versus Leffen in Smash Summit 7. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Bananas, he made a 4-stock comeback in Game 4 by wobbling for 3 of Leffen's stocks.
I do remember that. I was
That
cheering.
was actually kind of sick.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, you can continue. Worried about going over time. Okay, yeah. So meat and potatoes of this. So I had 2 slides. Should we ban wobbling? And I have a list of like talking points that I see on the internet. I'm just gonna list them off right now. For one, it's an inescapable combo that leads to a stock. There are other ways to hard punish grabs, such as handoffs. Infinite combos are quote unquote bad for the meta. Ice climbers are solely reliant on grabs. I'm quoting Armada here. You're rewarded highly for too little work. It's boring to watch / hurts viewership. Too broken at low levels. And low skill players are able to beat higher skill players with little effort. Okay, so what do you guys think about all that?
Pretty sure the Hertz viewership thing is just not true.
So the biggest things for me as to like being pro wobbling ban is the low skill versus high skill thing. Is you don't see a ton of ice climbers top 8. You don't see ice climbers dominating the meta at the top level, but it is very, very discouraging to play against a wobbler as a mid-level or high-level player, I think.
Yeah.
And lose. And a mid-level, like if you're a mid-level player and you play against a mid-level ice climbers, you're the better player, just straight up. Whether you win or lose.
If they're wobblers.
Yeah, when I say mid-level, I mean both when they fight against each other, they have a 50-50 chance to win. If that is the case, the non-Ice Climbers player is the higher skilled player 100% of the time at the mid level.
There's probably some truth to that.
Yeah.
And like also you kind of do see where like Ice Climbers players, like, they upset people more than I feel like most other characters do.
Yeah,
there is like a major Ice Climbers upset at like almost every big tournament.
But it's always either Mewtwo King or Mango. Like,
it's pretty commonly Mewtwo King or Mango.
They're the only.
But I don't even only mean that. I just mean other top 100 players too, like getting upset. Like, you don't hear about them as much, but it definitely comes up. Like, oh, guess it. Like, if somebody like lost in a tournament sooner than expected, your expectation is either they fought against a higher level player than they should have because of weird seeding, or they played against an Ice Climbers and got wobbled if they're like a spacey main.
Wasn't Mango known as like the Icy Slayer?
He was.
He was.
Yeah.
He no longer is.
He definitely is not that anymore.
How the mighty have fallen. We talk about anything like? Do you guys think infinite combos are quote unquote bad for the meta? Dan, you like talked about this before, but like,
no,
fighting game players.
I think one, other fighting game players, they don't have as big a problem with it.
Right.
And two, Smash has a buffer against that. They have stocks. You have to kill them 4 times in Melee. Like, it's just not that big of an issue compared to other fighting games, and other fighting games don't.
That's true. Other fighting games don't care, and they have it worse. If you have an infinite combo, you lose the whole game.
Yeah, but
I think the truest argument against wobbling you'll get is just the amount of skill that it takes. And that it takes very little.
Infinites in other games are typically very high execution.
Yeah, they typically are.
Yeah.
And if they're not high execution, the game, like, I can't think of a popular fighting game with a low execution infinite other than Melee.
Yeah, there might be some other obscure games, but yeah.
You ever heard of Sailor Moon fighting game?
Is this Sailor Moon fighting game?
It's really old, and the development studio that made it, they shut down, so everything is just completely broken.
Fun.
I think we like covered everything. Like, we talked about 2 broken at low levels, inescapable combo. I think we can move on to.
And I think there's one bullet point that's kind of not on here, and that's the social, like, it's just complained about so much in the community, which, like, that's necessarily a good reason to ban something, but it does, like, it does show that there is just a general distaste for it, and people get people get mad at people for wobbling, for like doing this.
Yeah.
Like, people get upset that other people would do this infinite combo.
Is that really like
helps
a reason
them win
to ban something because people are upset?
Like, I get it. It's
right,
really
but people have been complaining about it now for like
years.
12 years or so. So it's been a while. It's not like the meta has necessarily moved past it, I guess, is where I'm getting. People still see it as a problem.
Like, if I have 2 points, it would be a lot of Fox's dumb stuff isn't particularly difficult to do, and he can get away with some pretty easy kills just by pressing down B a couple of times.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. And that's a good segue into the next line. Why shouldn't we ban wobbling?
Well, my other point that was, if you ban wobbling, you ban Ice Climbers.
There is an argument to be made there.
There's
Ice Climbers without wobbling are
half of the threat of Ice Climbers is you have to play a very specific way such that you avoid getting grabbed at all costs.
Now, to be fair,
I think it makes
super stupid against Ice Climbers and never punished for it properly.
Yeah, though it is important to note for anyone who doesn't fully know, and we kind of talked about this earlier, that Ice Climbers do have alternative 0 to death grab combos.
You're
known
right.
as handoffs, which are not banned. That is separate from wobbling entirely.
I put that in the slide. They're like extremely hard to pull off, especially at like top level play.
Yes. So this is kind of going back to the execution barrier. Like ice climbers do have like infinites in melee, but the execution is far harder and much harder than the handoffs we were discussing in Brawl. The handoffs in Brawl are not particularly difficult, especially
They're more
compared to the ones in
they're
melee.
more difficult than wobbling.
Yeah, they're definitely way more difficult than wobbling, but the handoffs in melee are definitely more difficult than the handoffs in Brawl.
So I also
For the most part,
I
there's
think it's worth discussing why the handoffs are more difficult in melee than they are in Brawl. In Brawl, when Nana has a grab, you control the direction Nana throws. In melee, when Nana gets a grab, her AI determines which direction the enemy is thrown, and it varies depending on your stage position. So there's some stage positions you can get into where you know exactly where Nana's going to throw, but most stage positions it's actually random. So you need to react, which is very, very, very close to the human limit on reaction time.
why is this GIF in reverse, by the way? It's weirding me out.
I found it.
I can't stop watching it, but Ness has this like weirdest expression. They like hold that freeze frame for so long.
It's fine.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that like without wobbling, ice climbers is kind of they aren't really a character in my opinion. Like they need tools.
They're a character as much as Mario and Link and them are characters.
True, but like they aren't. Those characters aren't like competitively viable.
Right. A rookie's not making top 8 anytime soon.
Yeah. It also leads to more character diversity / upsets. That might be seen as a bad thing, I guess, because you know we talked about previously.
I mean, character diversity, I think most people would see as a good thing, but upsets people might
Upsets.
see as a bad thing.
Yeah,
Like they see that as like a, you know, it's not
Low
an
skill
upset
play.
because of like skill. It's an upset because of this, you know,
Like,
this character is so punishing on something that most other characters in the game aren't.
Ooh, you want to throw hands about that second to last bullet point?
the ban is related to Melee's life cycle.
You saying Melee's dying?
I mean, Grand Nintendo conspiracy.
I mean, it isn't at Evo.
Got him.
This does fit into the Grand Nintendo conspiracy somewhat, right?
All the top players are
Maybe-
retiring and leaving.
And talking
Maybe
and being
Nintendo-
like, oh yeah, while we're retiring, you guys should ban wobbling. we should make some controversy in the melee scene.
Maybe
Inciting
they paid
this-
X.
Inciting division. The more you can divide the melee scene, the easier it is to kill it.
Just like with Bayonetta.
What?
What?
Bayonetta killed Smash. Now they've added ice climbers into melee. It's killing melee.
Yeah, you're right. They added Ice Climbers
They
just got
added-
added recently. Recent patch added wobbling.
Also, I think the last thing to talk about, there aren't many top level ice climbers to begin with to warrant the ban.
I
You know,
have
They don't
something
stay.
to
Yeah.
say about that.
Go ahead.
So there's this concept in the Smash community that I ran into a lot when I was first becoming a member called being a doc kid.
Mhm.
And I'm sure you guys are familiar with what that means. But what that means is basically you started playing Melee in 2013. And you're called a doc kid because the Smash documentary is what inspired you to play Melee.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even if Evo inspired you to play
Yeah.
melee, Evo was inspired by the doc to add melee. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, so you're a doc kid. The best doc kid are largely Ice Climbers players.
There's Zane.
Zane and
Zane's a doc kid, yeah. Well, Zane's actually younger than a doc kid. He started playing in 2014.
Oh.
But Bananas, a lot of the Ice Climbers we were talking about earlier. Disc Kid Boogie was a doc kid technically.
Yeah, everyone but Fly and Chew.
Nintendo.
Chew.
Find it no, but maybe that was a bad example. Yeah, there's a lot of up and coming players are ice climbers,
Yeah, which
and I feel like that's just the easiest character to get caught up to the meta on because of wobbling. So if you're gonna talk about a wobbling ban, I think it's important to look at who the up and coming players are and the proportion of up and coming players that are ice climbers. And I'd say,
but
like,
I kind of take issue with that
okay,
because this seems like selection bias to some degree. Like if you actually took the whole list of up and coming players, I wouldn't doubt that there are still more Marths and Foxes than there are ice climbers on that list.
depends on what you consider an up and coming player, but under a lot of definitions, I think that's not true.
I mean, I guess I don't have a lot of evidence one way or another, but just like there aren't that many ice climbers players, but there is a lot of young blood in Melee right now.
Yeah, I mean, so I feel like ice climbers players are the most numerous of the up and coming, but they are not anywhere near a majority. Like, there's more ice climbers players than there is any other single character, but if you add all the characters together, ice climbers are probably like 20% of, young blood, as you put it.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I guess I'm wondering what experience you're drawing from to suggest that, because that is not my feeling. But I don't think any of us have any hard data on this.
Yeah.
Don't people
Yeah,
gravitate
we
towards
could get
Foxes
hard
often?
data.
Because I would be surprised that wasn't brought up by people. Like, that seems like a really great latching on point for a lot of people to attack wobbling
Yeah, 'cause with Bayo, they
Yeah,
would
we'll
start
have to
putting,
look
oh,
into
half of
that.
our tournaments are Bayo.
Well,
Yeah.
Like we'd have
I
something
kind
similar.
of do want to look into that. I might do some research into that.
you guys may or may not hear a follow up next week.
Wobbling part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Ah, damn it.
I got him. Continue.
So I guess I could very well be wrong now that I'm thinking about it. But
Well,
we'll see.
let's see what top players have to say. Julian, take us away.
Okay, so I was researching this, and there's a bunch of videos of top players talking about their opinions on wobbling. So you got the pro ban side. I found a video of Mewtwo King from 2 years ago. I know it's kind of old, but I don't think his opinions changed. I tried to glean his the summary of his video or his talking points. He said, "Oh God."
I was just gonna say, sorry to kind of jump ahead. Mewtwo King's fourth bullet point is exactly what Dan was just saying. In recent years, a new player comes up just by grabbing with ice climbers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, he also said, I've grown to hate wobbling and chain grabs from playing Brawl and playing with Shoot At. The theory behind killing someone off of one read is broken.
Okay. M2K, please, you built a career on that.
No, yeah,
but it was hard.
he said that people will bring up chain grabbing, and he said that he doesn't like chain grabbing with Sheik either.
I'm talking about with Marth.
Oh.
Like
I guess
Marth on FD with that grab range and that whole. Anyway, carry on.
You do it to my Fox right now.
He also said,
Sure.
I felt like tournaments were getting smaller when chain grabbing became more popular in Brawl. I don't know if that's true or not. The Brawl people, you guys can... Is that true?
I think that's correlation and not causation.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I think that was just the meta advancing while Brawl was just slowly dying its own slow, painful death, mostly because of Meta Knight.
Other reasons.
Yeah, Meta Knight, new Smash game maybe coming out, Melee becoming more popular again.
I like to think that three things simultaneously came along.
Yeah.
And killed Brawl.
Yeah, Melee at Evo and the doc being about Melee, the Melee doc being one of those.
Yep, the other one being Smash 4 and the third one being Project M.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have Axe, who has a direct quote from Twitter. Wobbling needs to be banned. I've said this for years. It's pretty terrible for the integrity of competitive Melee. Near zero risk, easy execution, zero defense options. I was surprised when it was legalized again, with people just saying, well, Icies aren't winning anything anyway. Very interesting opinion, I guess. I
mean,
take
I
issue
get
with him saying, oh, go ahead.
So I get it. It's like it's not a good mechanic whether or not people are winning with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like his last statement when he said, "Well, ICs aren't winning anything anyway." Like, well, that's the point. Like, they aren't winning anything. Like, why ban it? You know.
That's a lot
Okay.
of people's stances on the issue.
Yeah. I like
Then you
mango.
have-
I like mango stance.
He basically said, like, I see both sides. Like, he doesn't care. True Mango fashion.
I'm probably somewhere with mango.
Hmm.
Leffen, he kind of
One of
a
the
ham,
hottest
kind of.
takes.
He says, I don't think ICs are that broken. It's kind of sad that a player like Chu or Bananas or Army can break this quote unquote barrier of skill by picking a character. The best way to ban wobbling is either percent based or more preferably character ban wobbling.
That is insane.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
that's
I could-
insane. I don't
I couldn't
understand.
get behind that.
I
What
saw
is that?
the
That makes
video.
no sense.
He
I saw
says
the
you
video
ban
on that.
wobbling for everyone
Against-
except against floaties.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
the
some
argument
some
there-
fast faller bias right there.
That is one of the most biased and hottest of takes
I've
that-
ever seen on this topic.
The idea was Ices have more tools against fast fallers, so they don't need wobble.
Yeah.
But
the
Peach
idea
just takes a
is-
dump on you, so you need it.
Yeah.
But
the idea
Fox
is-
also supposedly takes a dump on ice climbers, so
The idea is basically Peach destroys ICs and he doesn't like Jigglypuff. That's it. That's the way I see it.
yeah,
Peach destroys ICs. I don't like Jigglypuff.
I don't like Jigglypuff, and the other floaties are irrelevant anyway.
All right, then you have people for the ban or against the ban. Excuse me. Most notably Armada. My overall
Surprise,
issue
surprise.
with banning, my overall issue with banning wobbling is that it is unfair for ice climbers. Where do we draw the line for banning? Until Icy start dominating the meta, I will not change my mind on wobbling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
You're calling
that,
Hawk the top player now?
that
Alex is the top player now. Wow.
I kind of like Armada's last statement there, just because, like, I don't know. I kind of feel the way about wobbling the way I. It's probably because I'm a Brawl player, like at heart, you know,
Yeah.
and like Brawl has so much stuff like wobbling throughout the game, like low barrier execution, stuff like. And a lot of it's more matchup specific, in all fairness, than wobbling is. You know, stuff like Pikachu can like chain grab a couple of characters 0 to death, and it's like it's so easy you can literally teach. Like I literally taught my like 12-year-old sister who like barely played video games how to do it, and she like took a game off someone because of it. Shout out to Croat.
Wait, what?
Losing to Rada.
Shout outs to Rada. I taught my sister how to down throw chain grab with Pikachu against Fox and Brawl, and she took a game off of Croat, an experienced competitive Brawl player. So that was a thing. So yeah, I come from a game where there's a lot of nonsense to that some of which even puts wobbling to shame.
Yeah.
As like being even easier to execute and even less risky and even
There are worse mechanics in like other Smash games, so why are you?
yeah, and like but no one cared because it wasn't like that was, you know, like oh every Fox player you'd just pick Pikachu against them and get an instant win. It's not like people like have a pocket Ices to pull out against Spaceys because it's broken. You know, because it's so easy and so broken for them to just do that. You know, that's
It's like Marth against Ness and Lucas.
yeah. Yeah, Marth
Should
against
be banned.
Marth against Ness, Lucas, and Brawl. For those who don't know, all you literally have to do is if you get a grab with Marth, who has a very good grab range, and multiple ways to kind of force their opponent into a grab, and Brawl against Ness and Lucas can just hold shield and tap A. Not even in any real rhythm, just at a fast enough pace where you just pummel them, they fall out of the pummel, and you can just grab them again, and they can't do anything about it. You can't DI, you can't even practice STI.
So yeah, I was a Nest secondary in Brawl, and I dealt with that before.
Yeah.
It's not 100% hopeless because A, it's really slow. B, Marth inches forward, so if it happens near a ledge, it's not infinite.
That is true.
You move forward very, very little for each iteration, but each iteration, if you're mashing, doesn't do that much damage.
I
So-
never thought I'd hear you defend this.
Oh no, it's atrocious. I was actually going to talk about why it exists, because why it exists is also
It's interesting, but we're already risking going over time, so we'll avoid
final
going
quote.
into brawl mechanics on the melee topic here.
It's still a good discussion to have though. Hugs. He said he's basically like it's for character diversity. Character diversity is more important than the cool character club getting their way on what should count as a true melee.
It's one of the few Hugs tweets I've kind of agreed with.
So one of the things that's not talked about enough is the cool character club, because there is a level of elitism with Spacies mains, basically, who think that because they press more buttons than other characters, they're playing truer melee.
Yeah, I would claim that it's fast fallers. I would say that
Yeah,
Captain Falcon gets a pass in this. Like Spacies players for the most part like other Spacies and Captain Falcon.
Yeah, and it's like you're playing the best character in the game. Like you're privileged. I'm using privilege in like the in-game sense here, of course.
Right,
Like, you're
right.
privileged as shit.
Yeah.
Fox privilege is a real thing, and like,
Yeah.
I'm against the cool character club exists, and it annoys me. Hugs is bringing up a good thing there.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Hugs is very much not a part of. Hugs plays Samus. Samus is not in the cool character club.
Yeah. Definitely not. Pikachu is also arguably not in the cool character club though, and axes against wobbling.
I think Pikachu might be in the cool character club.
I don't know about that.
I just
Yoshi probably is.
No.
Well, Yoshi's weird. I think Spacies players like Yoshi because like the extremely
press a
high
lot of
execution. Yeah, Yoshi presses a lot of buttons, maybe possibly the most buttons at the top level.
Yeah, but optimal Yoshi play is actually super degenerate and boring.
I mean, so is optimal Fox play. So
Yeah.
fight me, haters.
Optimal Fox play against floaties is super degenerate and boring.
Honestly, I think optimal Fox plays against other Fox
Against
players.
Falco?
Against Falco and Fox can be kind of degenerate.
Really?
I mean, it's
Laser
not
camping
really-
is still a good strategy, and European Foxes will do it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is about
Yeah,
wobbling.
we digress. We can continue.
Yep.
I guess the last. No, it's fine. Going over time. Community's opinions. Okay, so this is the one thing I'm not really sure on like what to make of. I got like mixed results from researching. I found two like polls. One poll that was on Reddit that said it was like a 60-40 split. 60% of people it's from Genesis 6.
Yeah, that was from Genesis 6 attendees. So
60%
people
of
who actually go to tournaments. I
Yeah.
think that's important to know.
Not us.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
60% of people, 61.9% of people, do not want wobbling banned. And the rest do want wobbling banned.
That's not the split I would expect to see.
Yeah, 60, 62, 38.
Also, from the Tennessee post, they did like a Facebook post. They invited anyone could like poll.
Mm,
They said 58% of the people are for the ban and 42% are against it.
That's a 40-person poll, mind you.
Yeah. So
So it's a very, very small sample.
you can
size.
throw that one away.
Yeah, the Genesis 6 sample size, also for those who are listening by audio, was 700 people. So,
Oh.
much bigger sample size.
The Genesis 6 one is a better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
representation.
people who are actually going to tournaments, which is,
Yeah.
because the problem is, like, people online just be like, oh, wobbling's stupid, I don't like watching
mean,
shoot at.
I'm not willing to use either as a full representation, but the Genesis
No.
6 one is usable at least.
Yeah, it
I
is.
agree
useful.
with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, continue. That's what I got from that. The people
It's
who go to
really-
tournaments don't want wobbling banned. I could be wrong, but yeah. Okay, so the future. Will wobbling be banned from all major tournaments, or is this just a fad? What are you guys' opinion?
Man, it is so up in the air.
Yeah.
Depends on how Gamo goes.
Is
That's a great.
this could be history repeating itself. I don't know. I have a feeling that that it might be a fad. That major tournament, I think a lot of major tournaments are going to hold firm on not banning wobbling.
All you gotta do is sway Juggle Guy.
Well, Juggle Guy is gonna. If the community is even talking about wobbling being
Yep.
banned, I'm sure he'll jump
All you
on
have
that
to do is sway
opportunity.
Juggle Guy, and
Yeah,
swings-
it's
swings the
swings the
possible.
pendulum.
It's possible. I think that'll be a good point to decide whether or not it's a real fad or not. Is by
I
Big
think
House.
that is the point.
By Big House.
Go
That's-
ahead, Dan. You were trying to say something.
I think I'm gonna give a really wishy-washy answer that's gonna make no one happy. I wish we lived in a world where we didn't have to split the community, or we didn't have to make one decision or the other. I like Gamo having wobbling banned, and I like Genesis running no ban on wobbling. But I understand why the community needs solidarity in the decision, because if your local community bans wobbling, then you disqualify yourself from attending tournaments with wobbling because you can't get practice in. And in a perfect world, there'd be so many. No, that's not even a perfect world. Like,
Perfect world, we never would have this discussion because Ice Climbers would be a balanced character.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that there was like tournament oversaturation is a thing, and it's bad. But I also wish that we could run enough tournaments so that we could have plenty of no wobbling and wobbling tournaments. But then you run into like, it's just there's no. I don't think there's a clean answer, and I think we.
I think that's more dividing the Melee community more than anything. Because then because it's not just the Ice Climbers players who will do that. Like the wobbling allowed tournaments, there's going to be people who hate wobbling who will like not go to those tournaments specifically and only go to the wobbling
That is a
banned
thing.
ones. And
If you want to increase the chances of M2K Plup and X coming to your tournament, then you might want to bet.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
but what if you want Armada to come out of retirement and show up to your
But-
tournaments?
It's
yeah.
not
Anyway,
coming out of retirement.
also I don't think he cares that much.
I think it's just a fad, in my opinion.
You think it's a fad?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be banned from all major tournaments, but I could be wrong. This might be the final nail in the coffin for wobbling at Gamo.
Yeah,
I think
we'll see.
I really, really want Melee to last forever.
I mean, that's hopeless, but
All good things come to an end.
Yeah, but why does Melee have to be a good thing? Why can't Melee just suck and never end?
Okay.
I mean
next
Melee.
slide.
I mean Melee does suck. Have you seen that wobbling thing?
Yeah, Infinite should be banned from the game.
All
Like,
infinite.
what if this is like the Brawl 1 stock versus 3 thing, where like the community dies well debating it, and we will never know whether or not it was a fad.
The one stock.
One stock brawl was fire.
One stock brawl was a rule set that was done at some tournaments
It was.
towards the end of
Huh.
Brawl's lifespan. Yeah.
That actually, I feel like if it is any game that wasn't Brawl, that would have been really interesting.
See me in one stock, bro.
It was
Yeah. Okay. Money match me in one stock brawl.
Oh, no money.
It was also best 3 out of 5 until top 8, and then best 4 out of 7.
So I feel like that would be really tense in like Melee. If
No,
you
in
run
Melee that would
timers.
suck.
That would be no.
No, in Melee that'd be awful.
I
mean,
play
two
Fox. I
spaces,
get an opening.
like-
I win.
No, there's a reason why that works in Brawl. No. Though I do
Yeah,
think
in Brawl, you just pick
Ices
Meta Knight,
Ices should probably be banned in one stock brawl, but that's neither.
Yeah,
here nor
What
there.
what
Get a
about
change
Zero
up.
Suit?
Zero Suit?
Zero Suit is theoretically the best character in 1 stock Brawl.
Yeah, she is theoretically the best character in one stock brawl, but I don't have a problem with that.
But we are digressing. Are there any final thoughts?
Cool
on,
character club in brawl.
on wobbling in general? Like, have I swayed anyone either to a side or like?
I think you did a pretty good job of putting both.
Yeah.
You presented such a perfectly neutral
Like, I was in the I get it, but I don't want it to happen, and now I'm still in the I get it, but I don't want it to happen.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel now after researching all this stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'm still on the it shouldn't be banned, but that might just be my personal bias with like just deal with it. You know what I mean?
I've been bodied by ice climbers in tournament, and I can say wobbling deserves to live. This one man's very influential opinion. I'm the famous best of six.
Before this I was very much against a wobbling ban, and now I'm kind of more neutral towards a wobbling ban.
That was my goal, to present a neutral opinion.
Yeah, I can't say I would be that upset if it got banned. I mean, maybe just a little disappointed, but not upset.
I think we can all agree that if Fox could wobble, it would be banned in an instant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. If the game had Fox climbers instead, then
Fox climber.
That sounds absolutely awful. That would be the undisputed best character in the game.
Yeah, that would be banned real quick.
Or Fox and Falco were a single character, like just together.
That might be worse than Meta.
They was it Magic Scrumpy?
Yeah, Magic Scrumpy back when he was relevant.
Magic Scrumpy did you created Slippy, which is look at every one of Fox and Falco's moves, pick the better of the two, and put it into a character.
Yeah.
It was a kind of interesting video that he did. Because, like, Shine is actually, like...
He actually took Falco's Shine.
Shine's super interesting. He did take Falco's Shine?
Yeah, he took Falco's Shine.
So which dare did he take?
But, Falco's dare... Yeah,
okay.
With Fox's up air, pillar combos into Fox's up air is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. It's awful.
By the way, I wanted to credit Wintertime, or I can't pronounce this, AKI Riot on DeviantArt for that Nana picture. We'll do it in audio just so Jake won't get sued.
I like your reference page because it's the first time we've actually had one.
Yeah, I think that was needed.
I like how you did it in audio, but the people listening on audio can't see it.
Oh yeah, true. Oh yeah, true, dude. You're right. Yeah, for the final slide, I wanted to I didn't tell you guys this, but I wanted to do a vote, whether or not we should ban wobbling or not. And if it's a tie, then I don't know, Twitch chat decides or something, or Aaron decides.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So we have to just vote one way or another then? No neutral votes. All right, I'm good with that.
No neutral votes.
If you had to vote, if you were on the panel making this decision,
Do I have to put this in the chat?
All right, let's go.
Live chat.
Yeah, let's do the same thing we did with
let's do it in the Twitch chat. Let's do it in the Twitch chat.
Oh, the Twitch chat. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I don't have Twitch open.
Oh, actually, wait, no, that might be a bad. Then they'll get a spoiler.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind. Planning chat.
The planning chat. Okay.
The planning.
Or okay, fine. The live chat. Live chat.
Literally, what the live chat's for.
So if you're against the ban,
so keeper ban.
Wait,
ban or mod?
Keeper ban.
Keeper ban. Okay.
Keeper ban.
I typed something different than.
Yeah, that's not the terminology I was going for.
Oh.
I was asked a yes or no question.
Yeah, you. Hello.
Keeper ban.
It makes it more clear.
Yeah.
All right. Count us down, Julian.
Not
Okay.
done.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
3. Okay, when I say go, then hit enter. Okay.
Sure.
All right, we're good.
3, 2, 1, go. The Earth is flat. Prove me wrong. Okay, so yeah, we're all in the keep camp,
Except for Mitch. So
Yeah,
we
wait,
have
why did I
4
type in
keeps and
ban?
1 ban.
God, my meme fucking wrote me off. God damn.
You actually.
I fucked up.
How did you fuck up that bad?
I was thinking more about the meme.
You want to ban flat earthers?
All right, so it was 5 keep. Yeah, it's not being shown on screen. So 5.
You mean
No, Mitch.
4 keep 1 ban, right?
No,
Oh,
Mitch's
changed it?
Mitch's keep. He
okay.
actually accidentally typed ban.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, unanimously think we should keep wobbling.
Interesting. I didn't sway anyone on banning wobbling.
I mean, you swayed me towards banning wobbling.
Okay.
I just had to pick a side. You swayed me from keep wobbling to I'm undecided. but then you made me make a decision again.
You forced him to make a decision.
Okay, yeah.
I think at the heart of it is the old fighting game saying, "Get good."
For me, the heart of it is I played Brawl and I dealt with handoffs, and it's not that bad.
Yeah, we didn't even.
And Ice Climbers are the second best character in Brawl. Like, they're
Yeah, there are some people who argue that Ice Climbers are the best character in Brawl. They're wrong, but there are people who make that argument.
very, very wrong.
Have you seen that frame data?
Well, Ice Climbers are, but to be fair, the Meta Knight matchup is one that everyone learns, but there actually aren't that many Ice Climbers players, despite the Ice Climbers being the second best character in the game. So when you play against Ice Climbers player, it feels worse. Like they feel really strong when you play against them. IMO.
You just need to not approach. They don't have good tools. Never mind. That's a different. I don't want to get into like how to play the Ice Climbers matchup.
Also, I said tie when there's 5 people. I forgot we don't have 6 people. Whoops.
Oh yeah, we could not have tied.
Yeah.
Well, we could take Julian out of the vote since he's the host.
Yeah.
Cool. 4-0.
Yeah.
Anyway, time to move on to Shenmue Watch.
Yeah, we have stuff.
We have stuff.
We do.
Yeah.
There's stuff everywhere.
Yu Suzuki on Ryu Hazuki's character in Shenmue 3.
Not gonna be, I didn't
Who?
read this article. It's the main character.
Main character. Rio.
Oh, world building.
Yeah. He's going all in on world building, guys. Shenmue 3 is going to be a good game.
Okay, here we go. This is what he said about the open world stuff. I believe fans who've been waiting patiently for this game will enjoy the Shenmue-specific vibe and world feel, which is different from any game out there. I decided to go all in with making the world building distinctive. There are many great open world games out there, but I don't believe many, if any, are quite like Shenmue.
Oh,
That
God.
means nothing.
That's a statement.
I am
Go ahead.
That's
at
scary.
the same level of excitement as I was before.
So
Excitement
psyched to the max. Could not possibly get any more psyched.
Excitement maintained. That's all I'm gonna say. So, what was our funny news story of the week?
First, as a
Everyone
side
else?
note, this is just because this is on the screen right now, and I know we're over time. But the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 is the worst named graphics card I've ever seen in my life. But for those who don't know, they went from 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 2,000, 1,600. That's the order. So wrap your mind around that. Anyway,
Jeez.
Dead or Alive 6's first season pass is $93.
Oh, Mega LOL. Can I get no Mega LOL in the chat?
It includes 2 characters and 62 skins.
Hey, what those skins though?
62 skins, by the way, but apparently it's various sizes.
What?
Listen, that's what it says. The costumes will arrive in a variety of packs of varying sizes. I see. I see.
Yo, what's in that full list of items though?
The full air. Well, here, let's bring it up, shall we? Okay. Happy Wedding Costumes, Volume 1 and 2.
Okay.
That makes up 26 of them.
What the fuck?
Costume Pack, Volume 1 and 2 makes up the 26 more. Additional character Okay, so the 2 new characters, then 5 costumes for each of those new characters.
Why is it only 2 characters?
Shut up.
So I'm
That's a great
paying, I'm
answer.
buying a game and a half, and this is what I get.
2 characters, $93. And yeah, we're not trolling. This is the actual Steam page right here, right now. You can read that yourself.
Or listen
$93.
to us read it.
Yeah, just believe us if you're reading it. Or if you don't believe us, go to YouTube and fast forward to roughly an hour and 9 minutes in.
You say at an hour and 9 minutes in. Gotcha.
Yes?
So we're buying this,
You'd be
right?
watching the YouTube video and you'd be saying, skip
will
to where
not
we are right
be-
now.
Yeah,
will
no,
be-
if they're
I will
listening.
be-
Hey, the people that bought it like it.
I'll be
These are
talking
some
with my
rave
wallet
reviews.
by not buying this.
This
I
guy
think
says he bought it for research purpose.
Research purposes.
Yeah, so this is a waifu thing. This guy says not recommended. Yeah, I hate myself. Yeah, I don't know. This is a thing people do.
This is a fighting game of the year. Screw Smash.
I mean, it came out this year, right?
Yeah.
Well,
These reviews are junk. I don't believe any of these people bought this thing.
I think you have to review. I think that's how it works now. That's why it's 91% positive.
My mind said no. My
Yeah.
heart said heart the brain. What? Is that censored? Right? Okay.
Because the
Okay.
game is 63%.
My wallet said nothing, hence it died in the process.
Yeah, this is a bunch of trash. Got it, and I love it. Thanks, Nine Swords. So yeah, go out and get yourselves some the Dead or Alive Season Pass 1. It costs twice as much as the game.
It's more like a
There
game
are
and a half.
sponsors tonight.
The game right now is available for $54. So
Oh. Well,
Wow,
with
it's
the
not
10% off, yeah, it's pretty close. It's 10% off.
you can already
Oh.
feel the savings.
yeah, so it's like 1.7, 1.8 Dead or Alives.
Hey, happy wedding costume sounds like flames.
Uh-huh. Why don't you buy it then?
Yeah, buy it.
You can buy the happy wedding costume
I-
by itself. The packs are
I
available
literally
separately.
can't.
You think they'll like?
What would I do without the game?
I mean, for those you need.
Oh, they're not available
Nor-
right now. They will be
So, like,
apparently.
Normally, if you take your setup to a tournament, you have to have all the DLC, right? At least all the characters, and this comes with the Is there any way to buy those characters individually?
Yes, there will be once it comes out.
When
This is
they
like
come out.
yeah, this is like the yeah. This doesn't come out.
Will they be $45 each?
The characters and the
Yeah,
skin.
that's the only way.
The skins are like 99 cents a pop.
Why can't we be friends in the chat? Share a link. Watch cartoon. Oh, never mind.
They're
Are we getting bottom?
they're
I
broad.
would not click that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna click that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and time you out. Sorry if
Mod him.
it's sorry if it's legitimate, but
Mod him.
it looks like spam, so just don't post unsolicited links in the chat.
Why are links allowed?
Because
Dan,
because we post links. I guess I could enable them
Dan's
for
a
mod.
mod.
Yeah, I could put them for mods only.
Oh, okay.
Am I a mod?
It's fine.
Can I ban everyone?
Yeah, you probably are a mod, and that's probably a mistake.
In 6 months' time, I will abuse this power.
Links allowed.
I'll split best of 6 right down the middle. It'll be me, Julian, and Dan.
But anyway, that's all we got for you guys tonight. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to follow us on Twitter,
Wait, who are our sponsors?
Instagram. Our sponsor is Twitter and Dead or Alive,
What
And
about Koei
Twitch.
Tecmo? Yeah,
Nope,
they make
fuck
that a lot.
them.
and Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola.
And Nestle.
and
I too hate movies.
of course, Shenmue 3. Yu Suzuki, once again here in the studio tonight. Thank you, sir, for your continued support of the show. Yeah, I'll keep this meme alive as long as I can.
See you all next week when we talk about a game.
Are we doing the game next week, or
We're
are we
doing
doing
Exion
Summit?
Verge.
Oh yeah, we're doing. Oh,
Doing
Oh, wait, are
Summit
we-
or
are
the
we doing-
game?
all right.
Oh yeah, what are we doing?
We're doing Axiom Verge, right?
We're doing Axiom Verge. So
Yeah, okay.
tune in next
Okay.
week for a book club, but for games, Axiom Verge.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, I'm gonna have a hard time fitting this game in. We should do Summit next week.